Hi everyone. This is book summary to the 50th Law by Robert Greene book summary. Let's enjoy the video. Please subscribing to my channel for more great content like this. You'll be notified when I upload new videos. The 50th Law by Robert Greene book summary. The 50th Law is a collaboration between 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, a rapper, and Robert Greene, author of the 48 Laws of Power. Robert Greene observed 50's patterns of behavior and themes, which eventually became assembled into the 10 chapters of this book. And so, we humans have very little control over the circumstances of people, events, and outcomes in life. Further, the 50th Law states that we can control the mindset with which we respond to these events around us. The less you fear, the more power you will have, and the more fully you will live. Chapter 1. See things for what they are. Intense realism. In Chapter 1 of the 50th Law, Robert Greene discusses that the more you understand your reality, the more control you will have to use it to your benefit. Reality is my drug. The more I have of it, the more power I get and the higher I feel. 50 Cent. Keys to fearlessness. Practice the following mental exercises to be a better judge of reality. Openness. Rediscover curiosity and be ready to receive new ideas and opinions. Expansion. Know the complete terrain or everything going on in your environment. Depth. Dig deep to the root of the problem to solve it meaningfully. Proportion. Think long-term to have a better perspective and make good decisions now. Sharpness. Judge people based on their actions, not by their words. Detachment. Assess yourself regarding where you are now and where you want to go. Reversal of perspective. Realism is in fact the ideal we must aspire to, the highest point of human rationality. Chapter 2. Make everything your own. Self-reliance. In Chapter 2 of the 50th Law, Robert Greene states that you should strive to work for yourself and be self-reliant, which will motivate, inspire creativity, and allow you to be fully yourself. I was born alone, and I will die alone. I've got to do what's right for me and not live my life the way anybody else wants it. 50 Cent. Keys to fearlessness. The following steps will help you progress toward a life of ownership. 1. Reclaim dead time. Time is precious, so you must constantly work to be self-reliant. 2. Create little empires. When working for others, cultivate your entrepreneurial skills. 3. Move up the food chain. Take what you need instead of expecting others to give it. 4. Be authentic in your work. Make your enterprise a reflection of your individuality. Reversal of perspective. The only way to gain self-reliance or any power is through great effort. And this effort of gaining power over yourself should be the most satisfying of all. Chapter 3. Turn shit into sugar. Opportunism. In Chapter 3 of the 50th Law, Robert Greene says that every negative situation contains the possibility for something positive, an opportunity. It is how you look at it that matters. Every negative is a positive. The bad things that happen to me, I somehow make them good. That means you can't do anything to hurt me. 50 Cent. Keys to fearlessness. Practice these 4 principles to look for the positives in the negatives. Use what you have. Maximize the resources you already possess to better use. Negatives are opportunities. Reframe your obstacles into a positive opening. Look for turning points. Within the worst situations, powerful opportunities exist. Move before ready. Many take action too late due to fear, so act before you feel ready. Reversal of perspective. Within opportunism, every event occurs due to fate. Instead of complaining, accept that these events happen for a reason and view this reason as positive. Chapter 4. Keep moving. Calculated momentum. In Chapter 4 of the 50th Law, Robert Greene reiterates that so much is out of our control. So forget about trying to do it all and instead adapt to the environment, ride the momentum, and seek the opportunities that come with it. 50 Cent is a person I created. Soon it will be time to destroy him and become somebody else. 50 Cent. Keys to fearlessness. You must practice and master the following 4 kinds of flow. Mental flow. Develop your mind by seeking out knowledge and thinking critically. Emotional flow. Strive to have steadiness in your emotions with few highs and lows. Social flow. Set expectations and stimulate collaboration with others in your endeavors. Cultural flow. Periodically reinvent yourself by incorporating the current cultural trends. Reversal of perspective. You actively work to overcome this fixed nature, deliberately trying a different approach and style than your usual one to get a sense of a different possibility. Chapter 5. Know when to be bad. Aggression. In Chapter 5 of the 50th Law, Robert Greene recommends that you need to learn how to be bad at being deceitful, manipulative, and aggressive when it is necessary to deal with terrible people and situations. The way I learned it, the kid in the schoolyard who doesn't want to fight always leaves with a black eye. If you indicate you'll do anything to avoid trouble, that's when you get trouble. 50 Cent. Keys to fearlessness. You will need to be bad when facing the following enemies and scenarios. Aggressors. Fight indirectly by hiding your intentions and acting behind the scenes. Passive aggressors. Take bold, uncompromising 10x action that discourages further action. Unjust situations. Short of unnecessary violence, do whatever it takes to defeat them. Static situations. Create space to establish a new set of rules and conventions. Impossible dynamics. Create distance and end the relationship so that you can move on. Reversal of perspective. Instead of dealing with conflicting interests, you must simply work to protect and advance yourself in this competitive game, this bloody arena. Chapter 6. Lead from the front. Authority. In Chapter 6 of the 50th Law, Robert Greene tells you to practice what you preach. Lead by your actions, not words, by working the hardest, keeping the highest standards, taking intelligent risks, and making sound decisions. When I reached the top in business, I adjusted to my new position. I became bolder and crazier than before. And I listened even less to people who tried to slow me down. 50 Cent. Keys to fearlessness. Perform the following 4 roles to master the art of leadership. The visionary. Establish the future for where you want to go and how you'll get there. The unifier. Embody the central cause to instill unity and cohesion in others. The role model. Clarify your values and create a mission statement to operate within. The bold knight. Take initiative and set the pace for the rest of the group to follow. Reversal of perspective. Never rest on your laurels or past achievements. Instead, constantly take action that moves the group forward and brings positive results. Chapter 7. Know your environment from the inside out. Connection. In Chapter 7 of the 50th Law, Robert Greene states that many create an idea they want to act on and then search for an audience to accept their idea. However, you should first understand your audience and environment and then create an idea for them. The public is never wrong. When people don't respond to what you do, they're telling you something loud and clear. You're just not listening. 50 Cent. Keys to fearlessness. The following 4 strategies will bring you closer to your audience. Crush all distance. Lower the barriers to your audience to understand their inner being. Open informal channels. Be open to criticism and feedback from your audience. Reconnect with your base. Know your base and constantly try to stay connected with it. Create the social mirror. Clarify your ideas to connect with your audience emotionally. Reversal of perspective. Reevaluate the notion that we need to scientifically study things from a detached perspective. Instead, be intensely involved when dealing with social matters. Chapter 8. Respect the process. Mastery. In Chapter 8 of the 50th Law, Robert Greene states that mastery requires you to trust the process and spend many hours of practice and struggle. But, in the end, your time investment will result in great satisfaction with the craft and yourself. Most people can't handle boredom. That means they can't stay on one thing until they get good at it, and they wonder why they're unhappy. 50 Cent. Keys to Fearlessness. The following strategies help you create the right process for mastery. Progress through trial and error. Experiment to see what works and what doesn't work. Master something simple. Start with a small win to create confidence and momentum. Internalize the rules. Identify and learn the rules of the game to maneuver within them. Attune yourself to the details. Dive deep into the details of the subject or field. Rediscover your natural persistence. Be persistent when facing obstacles in your way. Reversal of perspective. Try to look at boredom from the opposite perspective, as a call for you to slow yourself down, to stop searching for endless distractions. Chapter 9. Push beyond your limits. Self-belief. In Chapter 9 of the 50th Law, Robert Greene shows you that your self-perception shapes your actions and what you ultimately achieve in life. Thus, you should take on more responsibility, set higher goals, and expect that you will achieve greatness. Your opinion of yourself becomes your reality. If you have all these doubts, then no one will believe in you, and everything will go wrong. If you think the opposite will happen. It's that simple. 50 Cent. Keys to Fearlessness. The following 5 strategies will help you push beyond your limits. Defy all categories. Resist the pressure for others to fit you into a narrow box. Constantly reinvent yourself. Evolve yourself, your needs, and wants in the moment. Subvert your patterns. Change your methods, environment, and way of thinking. Create a sense of destiny. Believe that you are destined to accomplish something great. Bet on yourself. Believe that if you fail, you will figure it out and become stronger. Reversal of perspective. People who have a solid sense of their own value and who feel secure about themselves have the capacity to look at the world with greater objectivity. Chapter 10. Confront your mortality, the sublime. In Chapter 10 of the 50th Law, Robert Greene advises us that in the face of our mortality, we should confront this reality, accept, and even embrace it, converting our consciousness of death into something positive and active. People talk about my getting shot like it represented something special. They act like they're not facing the same thing. But someday, everybody has to face a bullet with his or her name on it. 50 Cent. Sublime. A thought or experience that takes us to the threshold of death. Keys to Fearlessness. These are 4 sensations of a sublime moment and how to invoke them. The sense of rebirth. Conjure by raising your level of effort and exposure to new things. The sense of evanescence and urgency. Grasp what really matters, such as passing time. The sense of awe. Elicit by something vast and strange or hidden gems in everyday life. The sense of the oceanic. The connection to all life. Death links us to all organisms. Reversal of perspective. We must face the reality from within to accept and embrace death as a part of being alive. From there, we can take on the smaller fears occurring in our lives. Conclusion. In the 50th Law, Robert Greene and 50 Cent instruct you on operating and being successful in the modern world. The book is based on the lore of gangsters, hustlers, and hip-hop artists, as well as 50 Cent's business and artistic dealings. Specifically, the authors provide the 50th Law to help you find the opportunity and advantage in every situation and interaction.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like and share. See you in next videos.